Representative Benjamin Kalu, Deputy Speaker, Nigeria's House of Representatives, says the ECOWAS Parliament wants to amend its Supplementary Act to entrench separation of powers and guarantee legislative autonomy. He spoke on the sidelines of a meeting of the Parliament's Joint Committee on Administration, Finance, Budgets, Public Accounts, Macroeconomic Policy and Economic Research, of which he is a chairman. He said, rightly put, we need to amend the Supplementary Act.
Rightly put, we need to amend the Supplementary Act. The protocols and all that has brought the ECOWAS as well as the ECOWAS Parliament into existence need to be overhauled because these laws are not cast in stone. No law is cast in stone. As you know, I'm the chairman of the Committee on Constitutional Review in Nigeria and the House of Representatives. And we are reviewing the grounding of one of the greatest countries of the black race. And if we can do that, a community like ECOWAS, sub-regional institution, we can also look at the laws that is, controlling the management, the administration, the operationalization of so many expectations of citizens who are members of the community, whether they are fit for purpose or not. When laws become obsolete, they don't fit and meet the needs of the dynamic society. And you touch them up so that they become proper and ensure that we get what we are supposed to get from the institutions like this. So we are heading towards that because the Supplementary Act is not highlighting fully the independence of the legislature. The legislature is not independent, and we cannot claim to be a democratic institution without having the fulcrum of democracy strengthened. And in this case, it's the legislature. In every democratic establishment, it is always the legislature that is the fulcrum of the democracy. It is not happening yet in the ECOWAS community. We want it to happen. I'm sure the heads of government of all the states in the ECOWAS want it to happen. But the bureaucrats, we need to sit with them to make sure that we do it in a way that the strength of the legislature will be stronger than it is. Because it is when that is in place that we can observe the ethos and the principles of democracy, which I spoke about before: transparency, accountability, credibility, and all that. So if the legislature is not strong, which is supposed to be a watchdog of the other arms of government, the executive will be the judge in their own case. So they will make their budget, they oversight themselves, and that is not in line with the expectation of democracy. So the need to strengthen the legislature is to enable us to observe the doctrine of separation of power, which is clear on the definition of the parameters of the operation of the various arms of government. Legislature, you know your boundaries; executive, you know your boundaries, and it is good for for each one of them to do the function of being the watchdog of the responsibilities of the other. So we need to do that, and it will come with a lot of advocacy. It's not going to be achieved through boxing glove. It's going to be through lobbying, through negotiation, through letting people know that if we don't do this, the Committee of Nations, we will not see our organization as a credible organization because it's not observing the true elements of good governance, which transparency and accountability is strong among others. So what we are doing is to dissect the structures as they are at the moment and the possible ways of blocking the gaps that will weaken our transparency, weaken our accountability, weaken our credibility as an organization. And for a couple of days now, we've been busy with that, and members are speaking of their mind. We are analyzing the rules of procedure. We are analyzing the Supplementary Act to find out, is there anything we can do to it to increase the independence of this legislative arm of the community, Are there things that are not existing there? How do we strengthen it? So this is the kind of conversation that have been going on.